All right, so back at it. I am, as I said, I'm heading out to West Palm Beach right now, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm listening to some Audible books. I'm listening to some podcasts, and right now, you got to be grateful for everything you have. At the end of the day, you don't get a chance to live twice, and it doesn't matter where you are. So one of the things that I think is valuable is calculating the age that you are, and let's just say the average human lives to 86. Well, subtract 86 to the age that you are, and then tell yourself, okay, I got 44 plus years, 50 years, 60 years to start getting it. And I'm gonna tell you what, time flies. You know what I mean? You could start taking action today. You could start taking action next week. It's really dependent on you. But time is going to continue flying. Now, if you've procrastinated for X amount of time, it's not too late. You still have time, but get on it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes putting yourself on blast by calculating where you currently are, by seeing the numbers, puts fire under you to get at it. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that nobody's really going to do for you like you need to be doing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how much people say they want you to succeed. They're not going to want it as bad as you. And if they do want you to succeed, a lot of times it's because there is a benefit for them. There's a monetary gain if you win, meaning you could be on their team. If they put time, energy, resources into you, then you by default help their organization, which I don't think that's a bad way to approach life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I think that's actually fair. So if you're gonna actually invest time, into somebody, at the very least, make it worthwhile, because there is such a thing as time wasters, right? So like you could put a lot of time, energy, resources into somebody, and then they don't do anything with it. So you may as well get compensated, or at least have the potential of being compensated if they're within your organization. And this is what it's about. We all want to improve, we all want to grow, and it's not so much about, I would only do it if it's a different mentality, right? So some people are like, I would only help you if you're a part of my organization, versus the person that's just going to help you, or just help you in general. But what I've learned is there's a lot of people that they help. There's a lot of mentors out there that they're willing to help, and they have paywalls, but they also provide free content, which means they actually I think they're doing it in the best way possible. That way, the people that can't afford it, that genuinely can't afford it, can't complain. The people that that talk shit and say, they just want my money, it's like, well, then take the free content. And then the people that take it serious, they go ahead and pay for the stuff. And when I say take it serious, I used to drive over the road with my boy Jew, and one of the things that he was hesitant about was paying for courses. I would be heavy on paying for educational courses. I'd always pay for mentorship. I'd always pay for online courses. I'd always pay for that kind of stuff. And then he would always kind of mention it low key. He's like, why are you gonna pay? He didn't say it directly, but he would say it indirectly. He'd say, why would you pay? He would tell me how he would never pay for anything, because anything that he wants is free. He can get it for free. If you really dig, you can get anything you want for free. Any of the information. Why do I talk about this? Well, because I just went to a mentorship. I just went to a mastermind in Miami, paid $2,000 for it. I went to I'm gonna talk about that. So that mastermind, from a brotherhood perspective, it was worth it. But in terms of, like, I'm paying less right now for a ticket that I know I'm going to get more value, but from a financial perspective, value. But this is different. Like, and to me, it's different. It meant more to me. I didn't know it was going to turn out this way, but I was thinking more in terms of value and business and making progress in that way. But I ended up making progress from a brotherhood perspective, which you can't take that away, right? So, but then we're back in virtual world, right? So it's like, it kind of sucks because I'm not too big on, I guess I got to develop it, but I prefer meeting people in person. I like having fun in real life. I'm not so big on, like, anyway, I'm not going to get into that right now. But the point is that I'm paying less for a ticket right now. Overall, the overall ticket, everything, the event, a 3-day event, we're going to be learning all day. And by the way, it was just a different vibe. Everything was completely different. So the one in Miami was party, lifestyle, brotherhood. And this one is pure education, networking, business connections, which, as I think it through, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have the opportunity to go back to Miami and I would have been able to pretty much go for free. You know what I'm saying? Just by being a part of the brotherhood and shit. I could have went for free. I probably would have paid something, but I could have went for free. But instead, well, I made this decision to go to this mastermind in Orlando first. But even if I had the choice, I would still go here. And it's because of me, man. I realized that even if the party scene and all that shit is not really top of mind for me, man. Like, it's cool, but if I think it through, it's not where I enjoy being. I enjoy being in a room full of sharp, smart individuals that are making big moves, that are way smarter than me. And also, you know, I'm glad I did it as well, because I realized that that's not really what I want. Like, I'm cool with once in a while, I guess, doing stuff like that, but it's not really. I'd rather be in a room learning how to elevate, making business decisions, not throwing money at strippers. Just where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I did it again, because now I got a chance to see what I like and what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance to see, because no matter what, I can't fake the enjoyment. Or the other side of it is, it wasn't really me splurging at scale, right? So what I mean is, it was exactly what I didn't like. I've never really liked to party and do all that shit unless I deserve to be there. That's why I've always delayed going out to stuff. And then it became a habit to not do it. But initially I was like, bro, I'm not really winning. What the fuck, I'm gonna sit here and go to parties and all this shit if I'm not really winning in my personal life and goals? So it was a combination of both. But again, I wanted to be a part of it, and I didn't really again, I really didn't make a decision based off the events and parties. There was other things that were going to happen, which kind of sold me on the idea of taking action. Was there was an individual by the name of Justin Waller, Jay Waller. Justin Waller? Jay Waller. I don't know if his name is Justin, actually, now I think about it, but Jay Waller. Very smart individual, man. Very smart, consistent in many areas. Business success, leader, well connected, good role model from the outside in. And man, he's a good role model. But the point is that we were supposed to all be in a mastermind. He was going to be there. There was going to be a couple other people, and that didn't turn out how it was supposed to, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, things happen. But overall, it was a W, because there was still good connections that were built, brotherhood, trust, stuff that you can't really, it's hard to get. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get. But next time I do something like that, I'm not saying I want to be ultra wealthy, but I definitely want to be winning. You know what I mean? I want to put myself in a position to actually be able to celebrate and enjoy my my hard labor or my work, the work that I put in. And that's just what it got to be. So I'm going to get back into delayed gratification mode. I'll stay connected with my buddies here and there. I'm still going to be a part of the network, obviously. I believe that's a decision for life. I'm always going to be a part of that network. It's for life, That the $100 is committed for life. It's a pledge. It's far bigger than the $100. It's a relationship. And obviously I have to stay engaged, but I also got to accomplish a couple things in my life, and that's what it is. But for now, I'm going to double check where I have to turn, and then I'll get right back. I'm gonna make another video in a second. But wherever you are, guys, I want you to keep pushing forward. I want you to remember that ain't nobody gonna come save you. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you to make it happen. And also, you're not gonna do it alone. That's something that I made a mistake of thinking for the longest. I thought that I had to pull away from people, and I was pulling away from myself. I was embarrassed at the fact that I wasn't really where I wanted to be, and it was just hurting me. You know what I mean? It was hurting me because what I didn't realize is I needed people anyway. I had a great circle. Not everybody was perfect, but I didn't know how to use my circle. And I say use lightly. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but in a way for people to help me move forward. And there was nothing bad about that because I wasn't doing anything malicious. My way of moving forward makes everybody win. It wasn't doing anything bad. So I could have used my circle in a positive way. I could have helped people elevate, or put people in different positions, or delegate certain things. I could have done stuff like that, but I wasn't thinking in that way. I kept thinking that I had to pull away and be I just kept chasing different circles, different environments, people that had it, people that were better off than me, forgetting about the people that led to the person that I was and who I was at the moment. And it's all perspective. People say, do I have any regrets? I don't necessarily have regrets, but I would love to do it all over again. Same everything except starting with the mindset I have right now. I swear, man, that's the only thing that I would love, is just to start over from zero, but with the mindset, with my mind right now at the current state. And I don't know if that's considered a regret or what that means, but that's the only thing. I'm happy about everything. The whole environment I was in, the people that I was associated with, everything. Everybody I met, the heartbreaks, the fucking bitches I smashed, the abuse of parental abuse, all that shit, the neglection, the times of confusion. Well, a lot of that wouldn't actually exist if I had the mindset, to be honest. But what I'm trying to say is it'd be dope to have a better starting point. And I kind of have an opportunity. I had an opportunity with my boy, but fortunately, it's not going to be able to happen. So I have to have more kids. I have to make more kids in order to give somebody the opportunity to build on where I'm currently at. And right now, I realize as well, I'm going to end it on this. I realize that I'm not attractive to women, not because of my looks or lack thereof. It's because of financial position. I genuinely believe that the girls that I want are, the girls that I want, they're not, that's a bad mentality. The girls that I want, I think, want what I'm not yet. And that's not their fault. Right? So, girls in general, because I've been getting rejected by throw bitches too, which is even worse. But what I'm trying to say is I've come to grips as I'm speaking now that I'm okay with the rejection I've gotten, because I'm not even the leader of myself. And I forgot about this commitment that I made. It's like, bro, until I start a business, well, I have business, but I'm not profitable in it, then I don't deserve a chick. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is I don't find myself 100%. Like, if I don't think I'm a full grown man until I learn how to survive without a job. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like getting out of your parents' house is like level 1. You know, that's important to be able to survive without your parents and all that shit. And I haven't thought out the levels yet. I'm pretty sure I could write it down properly and shit. But one of the levels I think is super important is being able to earn money without a job. And I can't go to sleep in peace knowing that the girl that I want to have in my life, if she's not on my program, if she's going to be on somebody else's program and part-timing with me or part-timing with somebody else and then nah, bro, like, you're mine or nothing. And that requires me to be on a program, and a consistent program that is not just a job program. I'm talking about a program that will make a difference. I heard a statement yesterday from a talk that I was listening to. He said replace one person from your top 5. Because the reality is that no matter what you do, tomorrow's going to be the same thing. The outcome of tomorrow's going to be the same thing if you work in a job. There's absolutely, for the most part, right? There's a couple of different things that are going to happen, but overall it's in the same box. It's in the same box of problems. It's like you get a toy from Toys R Us, or you get a toy from Walmart or Target, and this toy has 15 buttons, and each button has the toy say something different or move a specific body part. But after a while, you're gonna go through each button, and that's what I'm learning. That's what a job will always be. Doesn't matter how much better you are, the buttons are always gonna be the buttons. And there's no customizing, there's no software updates, none of that. And if there is an update, it's gonna update to another set of 15 buttons that are gonna keep you in a box. They're gonna keep you limited. And I'm also pivoting over to a place that I want to be. Megan, please stay in your lane, bro. But I'm gonna experience freedom, bro. Freedom of the limitations that come with being in that box. I'm not saying stay home. That's something I had to redefine for myself. So if you are a young person that has been introduced to entrepreneurship and you're confused with freedom, you better redefine freedom. Don't think that freedom means you're going to be home chilling, not working. Because the guys that are out there living lifestyles, they're either A, bullshitting, or B, they're working hard as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. So accept the fact that shit comes with a price, and it's worth it, but it comes with a price. And you're always gonna have to work. So if you're a young person right now, a young man, I would strongly recommend you realize that it's never over. So understand that shit. So this mentality of thinking, I'm gonna hit X amount of dollars and then I don't gotta work no more, get that shit out of your mind now. And I can tell you that because a lot of successful people, business owners, people that could retire, they say they voluntarily work because they actually have a purpose. Men and women. They have a purpose. Without a purpose, we as humans, we die. The question is, do you want it to be your purpose or somebody else's purpose? Now, either one is okay, but just know from a young age, if you're contemplating between paths in life, well, choose your purpose, because you're living somebody's purpose regardless. There's no, the activity is going to be different, but you're still going to be moving. And the stress level may be different, but you'll adjust to it accordingly. You know what I'm saying? So you may as well adjust to your own purpose and figure out the nuances and problems that you got to solve and how you got to operate in that space. I'm going to continue listening to my podcast and make sure I'm going the right way. But overall, guys, keep pushing. If you have any questions, make sure to comment below. If you want to share any of your testimony, or if you want to, you know, one of the things that I've always encouraged is people document their journey. You know what I'm saying? If at the very least you're watching this video and you're judging, that's okay. If you watch this far, first of all, thank you. But if you judge, bruh, I'm cool with that. But make sure that you take the time to document your own stuff, your own journey. Make sure to do that, because I've always talked about the value of knowing yourself and then graduating from knowing yourself to understanding yourself. And understanding yourself comes from watching the videos that you've documented. You go back, you watch your own videos, and you start laughing. You get a little embarrassed. You laugh at some of the things you said, how you looked, your appearance, your mindset, your perspective, the lack of clarity that you had in certain topics, all of that. And you watch it for yourself, and you judge yourself. You make fun of yourself, you laugh at yourself, whatever the case may be. Or maybe you're a joker, you're a comedian, or whatever the case is. But get a chance to understand yourself, and or watch which areas is it that you become more passionate about, right? So as you're talking, there's certain topics that you have more confidence in. Or maybe you hear yourself talk about something and you understand you don't have clarity in it based off listening to yourself. Maybe you'll double down on your education, or maybe you'll back off on that topic in general. But you'll begin to make those decisions after understanding yourself. And like I said, understanding yourself would be defined as going back and reviewing your content. It's like a AAR, like an after action report, right? Or watching film. And then take it a step further and sharing yourself. Sharing thyself, STS, is where you do what I'm doing. Is not only do you document, you have the confidence to post it. Because the reason I mention that is, at this point, the value is going to come by me being a good example. And when I mean good example, it's not for you to copy everything that I'm saying, doing, or anything like that. My goal is to break mental patterns. The fucking hypnotic rhythm that you're stuck in. And I've said this before, but I know for a fact in this conversation, in this 23-minute video, there's things that I've communicated that I haven't said. But I guarantee that there's people right now that are stuck in that box, as I mentioned, as I gave that toy analogy. They're stuck in this mentality of certain statements, opinions, thought processes that they're stuck in. And you got to get yourself out of that. So break out of that. And when you watch yourself from the outside in, you start reviewing your footage, you'll be able to identify if you're making progress or if you're still in the same place. And granted, sometimes you have to talk about the same thing over and over. That's where developing comes in. But is it designed? Is it by design? Is it structured? Is it a message that you're trying to get out? Or is it all you have inside of you? Is it the only button that you're able to play? Keep growing, guys. I believe in you.